The first card you have in your past is the Three of Swords. Yes, horrible card. It feels a little bit out of control to me. Obviously, this is about sadness, heartbreak, all that kind of thing. It feels like, oh, I've lost control. I've lost control. That's how it feels. Yeah, and it's everywhere. It feels quite moody. Maybe you haven't been concentrating very well. I'm seeing that as well, fog on the brain, all that kind of thing. But yeah, this heart, obviously it's been knocked around by this storm. It's by itself, unprotected, and obviously no one has control over the weather. So it's out there kind of being tossed around, out of control. So yeah, very out of control. This is about someone else. I don't think this is about you. I'm seeing you as being kind of, I don't think you were thinking very clearly. I think your head might have been a bit fuzzy. You're a bit tired, not really yourself. I'm getting that around you. But there's this other person here who's very, very out of control. So I'm seeing the two together. So it might be that you're quite vulnerable to this person. If you're not quite yourself, if you're not thinking clearly, and this person who's kind of all out of control comes and talks to you or reaches out to you, you might be vulnerable to that because you're not quite yourself. You're not your normal strong self, or you weren't at this time. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, they're still like this, out of control. You used to know this person. You used to know them. I'm seeing that really clearly. They used to talk to you. I'm seeing someone standing next to you, not face to face, but next to you. I know that sounds strange, but I'm seeing you standing and someone else standing right next to you, kind of shoulder to shoulder, and you're talking. That's what I'm seeing. So they're used to being like this. They're used to being out of control in these kind of dramatic relationships. And they get out of one and then they go straight into another one. So they're used to that. It's almost like they want that. They feel at home around that chaos. And I think you represent stability to them. That's how they see you. So that's another reason why I'm saying to be very careful if this person approaches you, because they might see you as an escape for them. They might see you as someone they can talk to, be with. There's love here as well. I think that's what's on their mind. And these are the threes with the Three of Swords. So it might be that they're trying to, or they might come and try and contact you while they're still with someone else, three people, you, them, and this person they're still with, or they're trying to get out of this situation. So there's all that kind of thing. And they like to depend on people as well. They depend on who they're in a relationship with. They lean on people. And at the moment they can't do that because they're like this heart that's kind of being tossed around and there's no one to lean on. So if you know who this is, that's how they see you, someone they can depend on. They're looking for some kind of dependence. Their focus is on you. I think they're going to contact you if they haven't already. So be really, really careful. Just watch out for that. They might be hiding the fact that they're looking for you in a romantic situation, or they're looking to lean on you in some other way if that's not romantic. They're trying to lean on you in some way because they're coming out of something else and they're used to going straight into something else. And I think you might be the target. So watch out, especially if you're not clear in your head. Okay. The next card you have, you pass the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, look, 2 threes in a row. So they're getting out of something. They're probably still in the middle of this. Yeah, it just feels really, really messy. They're looking to you. That's what I'm seeing. 3 people. So yeah, it's not a literal third party because you're not with them, but that's what they're looking toward. It will be like that if you end up in this, because they're not going to finish things off properly. That's what they're like, very, very messy. That's what I'm seeing. So be very careful about that. The other thing I'm seeing here is I'm just looking at this pointed arch. And, you see a lot of arches in tarot. Usually they're round arches and they can represent protection because they're sheltering someone. That was the most popular style of arch in Italy as well. So that's why you see that in the Renaissance time. But in Venice, it was a little bit different because that was where they were trading with the Middle East. So they're influenced by a lot of that kind of architecture in Venice. And that's what this is here in this card. So with a pointed arch, you've got a much higher ceiling above your head, obviously. And I keep on getting this fuzziness, this problem in your head, this kind of cloudiness. I'm not quite concentrating properly. I'm tired. Don't really know what I'm doing. All that kind of thing. And yeah, tiredness. Can't concentrate. I'm seeing all that. So getting some kind of space around your head, like this arch, that will really help you. Rest, meditation, all that kind of thing. Shutting your eyes. Obviously, what's under this arch is darkness. So shut your eyes, meditation, all that kind of thing. You know, get into that, because I think that'll really, really help you. A lot of people are feeling like this right now, not just Aries, you know, grumpy, edgy, tired, not seeing things clearly. And that's why they're grumpy, you know, lashing out because they don't see the picture clearly, all that kind of thing. So that's happening quite a lot. You might be noticing some people around you a bit extra grumpy and not really seeing things properly, listening to you properly. Anyway, so try and do that. That's the message I'm seeing in that card. So the last card you have your past is the Knight of Swords. Yes, another really not so good card. So okay, so I'm seeing something totally different here. This is really interesting. It's okay, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but I'm just going to say this. Something used to be yours. Something used to be yours, or you thought something was going to be yours. It's not yours now. So it might be that someone promised you something and they took it back or something like that. And there was something you wanted to do and you realised you couldn't do that because this thing wasn't coming in for you. That's what I'm seeing. It might be money. I don't know what it is. It feels physical. A physical item, money, something of value, something like that. It was promised you. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing a promise or a pledge or something like that was taken away. So if this is you, you're going to get this back. You're going to get this back. And it's coming in quickly, really, really quickly, like this night's coming in really, really quickly. It's coming out of nowhere. That's how it's going to feel to you. And whoever's giving this to you, whoever's coming back to you with this thing, this is on their mind all the time. They really regret this. It's like, oh, I said I was going to do this. I didn't do this. I got caught up in something else and that stopped me. And now I want to apologize. I want to come back. I want to give this thing back. So that's what I'm seeing. And it was, you feel as if it was owed to you. And then I think you looked into this, but then you thought, no, I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to give up. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to walk off and leave it there. But they're going to come back and they're going to bring this back to you. I'm definitely seeing that. Yeah, there's a lot of guilt here. They feel quite guilty. And there's a change of heart and they're rushing back around again to give this back to you really, really quickly. I think this might come with a few, mixed feelings, difficult feelings, even anxiety. I'm getting that here. That's what this can be about as well. Anxiety. I'm seeing lots of harsh words, horrible words. I think you might have had a few arguments with this person or something like that in the past. But yeah, whatever's happened in the past, there's a big change of heart with this person, big turnaround. They're coming back. They're coming back to offer you whatever this thing is. But I'm seeing a lot of mixed feelings around this, so I don't know how you're going to feel. It doesn't feel positive, let's say, and this isn't a positive card. So the first card you have your present is the Two of Cups. So beautiful, beautiful. I love this card. Beautiful card. Yeah, close connections, healing. It can be about conversations, friendship turning into love. Can be that passion. So with this thing that's coming back to you, whoever promised you this, I think they really wanted to give this to you. I think they wanted to give you this thing. And then I think someone else influenced them or stopped them from doing that, changed their mind or something like that. Someone was persuaded or something like that. And they had their head in a fog around this other person who persuaded them. But they're coming out of this now. They're coming out of the fog now. Yeah, they wanted to do this. They wanted to, and you didn't ask them. You didn't say, oh, could you give me this thing? Can you do this for me? You never do that. You're extremely independent. This is something that they told you. They came out and said, I want to do this for you. So it absolutely did not come from you. Before I say any more about this, I just want to make this clear. This is a totally different person to the person in the Three of Swords. I just want to make that clear. This feels more like a platonic person in your life, maybe even a relative, someone like that, someone from your past, someone from way, way back. The person in the Three of Swords feels like some kind of love connection or potential, or was potential once. Lots and lots of mess around that person. So it's a totally different person. Anyway, so this is what I'm seeing in this card. Lots of ups and downs, lots of bad words being exchanged, a bit of anger. I'm getting this, I won't beg. I didn't ask for this. I'm not going to beg. I don't want this. If you're not going to give me this, I don't want it. I'm walking away. That's what I'm seeing. Very difficult emotions. I think you might go backwards and forwards a little bit talking to them. That's what I'm seeing. But I actually think you're probably going to end up walking away in the end. You know, I really do. I really do. Because what I'm seeing in this card is you might have walked away from this person at one time and you were by yourself and you started to heal, because that's what this caduceus can be in between these cups. It can be about healing. It can be a medical symbol. So you've done that. And if you look at where it's leading into the lion. So you went off by yourself, you healed, and then you became a lot stronger, like this lion. So that's what I'm seeing. So they're approaching you again. It might bring up a lot of emotions for you when they do that. I think this might be a family member. I think this might be a relative you haven't seen for a long time, and they're approaching you with this again. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. I won't say any more about that, but yeah, very, very difficult, very difficult. So yeah, the next card you have your presence, the Hanged Man. Yeah, this is about this again. I can't avoid it. I'm seeing it again in this card. It's about accepting this thing or not accepting it, or whatever this promise is. You know, the Hanged Man can be about sacrifice sometimes, sacrificing one thing to achieve another thing or something like that. So you might have to sacrifice something you wanted to do, because if you receive this money or this thing or whatever this is, you were going to be able to do something. That's what I'm seeing. So because now you're going to say no to this, I think that's what I'm seeing here. You're going to have to sacrifice this thing. Actually, you know what? It might be that you're sacrificing this thing as well to keep your independence, to keep your peace of mind, because there are strings attached to this, or that's how you feel anyway. And so if you say no to this, you're saying no to the strings, you're cutting the strings, and you're by yourself. So you're sacrificing the thing for your own independence and your own peace of mind. So there's that as well. Yeah, you're saying no, I think. I'm seeing that again here. You do things by yourself. You strive on, or you thrive on, I should say, being independent, doing things for yourself, all that kind of thing. That's what I'm seeing here. Saying no, you know, just sitting back, thinking about all this, because this man has this kind of, you know, light bulb around his head. But yeah, I think you're going to say no. I think you're going to say no. I'm seeing that again. Because you don't want to sacrifice your independence. You don't want to sacrifice that. You don't want strings attached to things. Okay, so the last card you have your presence, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is action. Pure Aries. I'm going to do this. So whatever this thing is you want to do, if this person was giving you money and it was going to help you to do this, it doesn't matter. You're going to do this anyway. That's what you like. You're independent. If you want to do something, you'll do it. So it doesn't matter about that. You know that anyway. So that's probably another reason why you're saying no to this, this offer. So you are going to have some difficult conversations. I think this person feels very guilty. I'm seeing that again here. I think they might try to persuade you to say yes, to take up this thing, because they feel very guilty. And to them, it's like, if you say yes to this, to them, it's like, oh, if they say yes, if they accept this, it's like they're accepting an apology. They're taking away my guilt. But you're not there to take people's guilt away. That's not your job. That's not your job. Yeah, I think this might be a relative, might even be a parent. I'm seeing someone who's older than you, and I know this sounds horrible, but I'm seeing some nasty words, or sarcastic words even, something like that, something horrible. That was what I was seeing in the Knight of Swords as well. And they've got a lot of regrets. They're looking back over their lives. and so they want to make peace, and they're going to offer this to you to do that. But the thing is, you look back over your life too. You look back over things too, and you remember how things were. You remember what they said. You remember how you were treated. And you don't forget things. You don't forget horrible words. You don't forget people treating you badly. So you're not going to accept this. That's what I'm seeing. There's something else here. When this chaotic person in the Three of Swords comes back, yeah, I'm seeing love here again as well in this. Because there's passion here in the Ace of Wands. So if you didn't have passionate times with them, there was passion, or there was sexual tension or something like that around you too. But they're very chaotic. Yeah, they're not ever fully in one relationship. That's what I'm seeing. They're never in one relationship at a time. They're always on the lookout for something that's new. So they're in a situation, they're looking out for what else is there. Who can help me? Who can help me? Who can do things for me? Who can I lean on? That's what I'm getting there. So because there's physical attraction, that's what the Ace of Wands is about, and all that kind of thing, very physical. So that aspect of things might be hard for you. When they come back, you might look at them, you might be physically attracted. So that might be difficult, that temptation. But, again, they're looking out for themselves. I'm seeing that really clearly. They're looking out to what they can get. Again, they want to lean on something. And I think you know that. You're a really good judge of character. You can feel that about them. If you're a single person, if you're single, there is someone out there for you. Probably mid-year, definitely this year, probably mid-year. They're a totally new person. I think they might come from somewhere different culture, maybe even a different country or something like that. I've seen this in your readings before, actually. And once you're around this new person, you're not going to look back. You're not even going to think about this person, no matter how gorgeous they are and sexy and passionate and whatever they are. You're going to forget that when this new person comes. That's what I'm seeing. So just remember that if you're tempted. Go, no, what's coming up's better. So, okay, so the first card you have for your future is Temperance. I think you're going to come into this really, really nice time of feeling a lot more, in more balanced, I should say. Harmony, balance, that's what I'm getting. And this is reflecting a little bit of what I was seeing in the Three of Pentacles. This cloudy head, this confused mind around all sorts of things, that's going to clear up for you. I see this a lot with you, especially when it comes to your work. You push and you push and you push with something, you're kind of full blast, full steam ahead, all that kind of thing. And then you get to the end and you're totally exhausted, you're kind of at your full capacity, you can't take it anymore. And then you start to lose interest, your mind wanders, your head gets cloudy. And I think when you get to that stage, you might even end up being angry with yourself. It's like, why can't I concentrate? Why aren't I good enough? I used to be really good. I'm not now, and I'm mad at myself and all that kind of thing. And, and then what happens is usually you take some time out. And when you take some time out, you're totally taking your time out. And then you feel angry with yourself with that, because it's like, well, I should be working. What's wrong with me? This isn't good. I'm lazy. So it's like, no matter what you do, you're really out of balance. You're kind of one extreme to the other, and you're not happy no matter what you're doing. So instead of flipping from one to the other all the time, you're gradually going to come into this time of feeling more balanced. And you're doing that by listening to yourself. And I think you've started to do that. You've started to take more smaller breaks, bits of time out, not these great big ones, small ones. So yeah, you're listening to yourself a lot more. You're starting to do that. It's going to take time until you get there in the end, because you're not used to this. But when you're at the peak of this, when you've reached this peak of this balance, yeah, you're going to feel a lot more satisfied. You're going to feel a lot more satisfied. And yeah, this is about work, but it's going to go over. It's going to kind of tip over into other areas of your life as well. Yeah, because balance. Look at this angel. She's balanced. She's blending these this water together and all of that. So that's what's happening with you. Your mind's going to be a lot more relaxed as well. So yeah, That's what I'm saying. You're not pushing yourself anymore. You're not pushing yourself. You're finding that balance. And your quality, the quality of your output's going to improve as well. I'm seeing that as well. So the next card you have for your future is the Five of Swords. Yes. So yeah, this is what I was seeing in the Knight of Swords and the Hanged Man and a lot of other cards as well. This person who's offering you something, who's coming in to offer you something, it comes with strings and it comes with memories. You have a memory of this person saying some pretty nasty things to you. That's what I'm seeing. Pretty nasty things. And you don't forget. You don't forget those things. And they feel guilt. They want to offer you this thing. But no, you're remembering all those hard words. You're saying no to them. You're saying, no, I'm not going to do that. This is what I'm getting here. I can't be bought. You can't buy me. And you can't get rid of your guilt by giving something to me. It doesn't work that way. I still have feelings. I still have upset feelings. I still remember what you did. I still remember what you said, whatever that is. And I'm not going to accept this because that doesn't take away the words. It doesn't take away the heart. And I remember that. So I'm going to say no. I'm walking away. And these two men on this card are walking away. That's what they're doing. And they're walking into the water or toward the water. So, you know, you're still going to have a lot of emotions that are going to come up. You're probably going to have a lot of memories that come up after you've spoken to them. But it's going to die down. It's going to die down. Yeah, again, walking away. So that's very, very clear. That's all over this reading. When this comes in, you're walking away. So yeah, the last card you have for your future is the Empress. Yeah, I love this. Beautiful card. So yeah, here's the peace you're coming into, the balance, the peace. That's what's in your future because you're gradually finding this balance. You're blending all of that together. And you're walking away from this offer as well. I think if you accepted this, you would not be in peace. You'd be thinking, do they want to see me? Do they expect to see me? Do they expect me to forgive them and brush everything onto the carpet, pretend everything's fine? That's not you. You do not brush things under the carpet. So that's all out of the way. You're going to say no. So you're in this peace mode. You're going to be with this Empress. And you're your own person. No one owns you. And again, they might be a parent because this Empress is a mother, obviously. And you know, a lot of people see the Empress as this really kind of weak, little, sweet, caring lady that you pat on the head. But she's a mother. She's a mother, and there's no stronger person than a mother. Believe me, especially if they're a good mother. If you say anything about their children, you'll know that. You'll know how strong they are, and you'll know how protective they are. And you're protecting yourself. You're protective of yourself. Because if this was a parent or a relative or someone like that, they weren't there to protect you. They hurt you. They said things to you. So you've had to take on that role for yourself. You've had to take on this role of the Empress, of the mother, of the parent, yourself. And you've done a really, really good job of protecting yourself and taking care of yourself. So just remember that. Just remember, you don't need this person's guilt. You don't need this person's, whatever this is, their money. You can't be bought. And I think you know that. That's what you're feeling. I'm getting that all over this reading. But with the Empress, you're coming into this really beautiful, really balanced, really kind, really caring way. And you're a really caring person. You're a really loving person, but only to a select few. And you're going to keep that up because that's all about that self-protection as well.